fellow friends of Progressive Literary and Cultural Society, PLCS. We are here for our yearly meeting of Feminera. This is the edition of 2026, and I just want to say a few words. The Feminera reading series that PLCS processes every year was born from the desire to address the silence that for centuries has been imposed on women. And we want to talk about it through poetry, to create a symbolic space of listening, of community and encounter beyond the boundaries. We have many boundaries: geographical, cultural, linguistic, social, symbolic, and they shape us. Too often they keep us apart. To come together through poetry is a simple and necessary act. Tonight, we present an international gathering of different languages, poetic traditions and artistic expressions, a polyphony of women's voices that we hope can become an example of joint unity existence. Listening to one another, some will read in their own language, some will read in English. Listening to our own languages and rhythm allows us to recognize both what we share and what makes each of our voices unique. Every part we welcome tonight brings a different word, a different culture, and a distinct way of imagining and making poetry. Yet, we all share the same urgency to express words that endure, words that are capable of surviving the narrative of power and the truths imposed by the strongest. Tonight, together, we write a counter song that becomes voice, memory, and witness against silence and oblivion. That's a thought, at least it's our own. So let's start directly with the reading. And the first poet I would like to invite to read a poem is Dr. Hilal Karahan from Turkey.
Hello everyone. Hello dear friends. Sabrina, hello. And Lucilla, thank you very much for invitation. Hello Musine. And other friends, Alicia, yes, we have heard. And the other names, I heard about you, but I don't know whether we have met or not. By this chance, I use that we will do International Feminist Istanbul Poetry Festival in 22 to 25 of October. So if you are a feminist and if you are a poet, you are welcome. Today I will read my poem in Turkish, and my friend Lucilla will read English translation. English translation is made by Ali Günvar, another Turkish poet. Göğün damarlarını gördüm. Çağladı gece, gök yarıldı. Sokaklarda cam kısraklar. Boşalmış zemberek. Gecenin yatağında metal bir böcek diye. Balkon dibinde kururken gerçek, olağan karşılanır. Karlar da, yasaklar da. Gecenin kente attığı ilerden hiçbir sabah çıkaramaz.
Hilal, is this one the first one? I saw the sky's veins. Okay.
Yes.
I saw the sky's veins. The night splashed. The sky cracked. Nails of glass are in the streets. Relaxed spring, a civilization, a metal insect in the night's bed. While the reality drama at balcony row, we think that gods and prohibition are all ordinary. No morning can save from the cliff where the night throws the city. You want to read another one?
Yes, if in time, yes. Actually, this is very long poem, but parts all about night. And I like night because I think that night is a way of confrontation of us. confrontation for what we do in daytime and at night time. We think about it. So I like night, and I um, I like to speak with night, and also I like usually code with night. Gecenin içinden geçip gittiniz. Gece demir mi? Verir mi sözün aleyhinde? Niye bu zifir karanlık? Ateşten geçse de yüzünü görmez insan. Gölgeyi geceden şefkatle ayıran, ürkmez mi hiç arzuyu sınayandan? Gece, zamanın geçmişe doldurduğu deniz bile hiçbir soru cevap taşımaz. Herkes geceden geçer de gece kimseye kalmaz. You've gone through the night.
Is night made of iron? Can it melt in the blaze of speech? Why can't man see the face of that pitch dark, even when it passes through fire? Isn't he who tenderly separates shadow from the night, the fatal wound tests the desire? The night, a bold net in which time is filling the past. She has no answers or questions. Everyone goes through the night, yet unknown remains the night. Oh, really, I love this. I love this last part. With known remains the night. Yeah, night. The night for me is a beautiful symbol also of a typical symbol, you know, with the moon and everything. It's a
my last book has the name of Returning from the Night.
Okay. We know that you have to leave right away, so I want to give you a big hug and thank you for being here.
Lucilla, please give my email and WhatsApp number to all of our friends, so maybe they want to make contact with me for the Film Istanbul Poetry Festival, and we are all welcome. Okay.
I will the dates because the dates I will write to each of them the dates. So if they can come Istanbul, they will. Okay.
You are all welcome. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye. And now the second poet and reader, and it's my wonderful Sabrina De Canio from Italy. And I hope, Sabrina, that you will also say a few words about the poetry. Sabrina is the co-director of the Little Poetry Museum in Piacenza. And the Little Museum of Poetry has launched a poetry competition. Maybe Sabrina can say something about it.
Hi everybody, I can see, okay, Lalo already gone, Lucine, Alda, Alicia, Mona, so I can see you. About the award, the deadline is the end of the month, so this is the last week. And there are 4 sections for published book in Italian, single poems up to 3, bilingual, but one of the 2 languages is supposed to be Italian. Also to participate with a text in Italian for music. What kind of music? Classical, contemporary. And last, can participate also an art book, an artist, where is included a poem in Italian. So you can find all of the information that already Lucilla gave you on www.museopoesia.it. We can share it in the end in the message, or Lucilla can share it for all of us. And so I hope you can participate if you already have something in Italian. What else? Yes, of course, also Lucilla is part of the museum. He is a member of the board, a very, very good one, my favorite actually. So you can also also ask Lucilla for all the information because
Father ko na
everything
Baba
was
ko.
already
Father.
translated in English
Baba.
and in Spanish, so you can
Amigo, Anne.
easily get the content and
Mother.
understand it. Okay, what I'm going to
Anne.
read today, I'm going to read looking up that Messina and Ilal already know because kind of manifesto. Do I read it in Italian English or all in English?
Big brother.
Read in Italian and in English if you want.
Okay, okay.
Abi.
So, in Italian before.
Big sister.
Levare lo sguardo, guardare ed essere guardata con curiosità, fare domande, prendere decisioni per opporsi a decisioni, andarsene o restare, vestirsi, svestirsi, mostrare i propri abiti e capelli, il proprio corpo e non rinunciare al diritto di conservare integre le proprie parti intime, mettere lo smalto e truccarsi, ballare e mangiare al ristorante con chi si vuole, ridere anche i fratelli senza coprire la bocca con la mano,
Teacher.
baciare chi si ama
Già.
per strada, dire no, non accettare,
Già.
rifiutare e rifiutarsi, spendere i propri soldi e ereditare, lasciare quando non si vuole continuare, tradire senza pagare con la vita, essere madre senza un padre, scrivere solo per sé o pubblicare, viaggiare sola, guidare, studiare, fare politica, recitare, dipingere, scolpire, nuotare con il costume e talvolta senza, libera di frequentare o no luoghi religiosi tutti i giorni, di rifiutare un matrimonio sgradito, rifiutare l'omertà, fare un contratto e firmarlo, o rifiutarlo, volare, guadagnare quanto un uomo, mangiare insieme gli uomini e non prima o dopo, le mani addosso, solo per l'amore, avere diritto a una carriera in ogni campo, mostrarsi alla finestra e agli ospiti senza nascondere per forza il volto, non essere imprigionata, sfruttata, stuprata, offesa, maltrattata, venduta, avere segreti. Now I'm going to read it in English. And Cine will recognize because she already knows it. She translated in Turkish also. Looking up. Looking up. Watching. Being watched. Inquisitive. Asking questions. Making decisions. Disagreeing with them. Going or staying. Dressing up. Undress.
River man.
Showing
Medical
off your
canal.
clothes and hair, your own body, and not giving up the right to keep intact your private
उर्दू
part.
में भी होता है.
Varnishing your nails, getting made up, dancing,
जो जो लोग खाता है.
nourishing yourself at the restaurant with whoever you want, laughing out loud without covering your mouth in your hand, kissing anyone you love on the street, saying no, not please, rejecting outright, spending your own money, inheriting, living when you can't go on, being unfaithful without paying with your life, being a mother without a father, writing just for yourself or for publication, traveling alone, driving, studying, engaging in politics, acting, painting, sculpting, swimming in a costume, sometimes without, free to attend religious places every day, turning down an unwanted proposal, refusing the code of silence, entering into a contract and silence, or be entitled not to do so, flying, earning as much as a man, eating together with men and not before or after, and so on, just for life, having the right to a career in any field, showing yourself at the window at desk without necessarily hiding your face, not being imprisoned, exploited, raped, offended, mistreated, sold, keeping secret. Thank you, grazie.
Grazie Sabrina. Yeah, we have the right to keep secrets, definitely. And let's go now to Serbia and to Slavica Dragojevic. I hope I said your name correct, Slavica.
Hello, my darling. English is sharing. I don't know English, sorry.
Serbian, it's okay.
Thank you. Dječja prašnja. Svojstva vuja prodiraju samu srcu vola. Razmišljati o staklenim prašnja.
Burada.
Još vunu belih mirisnih cvetova. Vidim prvobitnu Veneru obučenu u večanicu. Crna, kod crna raspevana ciganka, noć se manifestuje kao zvezda. Među belih fatica, mine i sna o ptičjoj trešnji. Trgnu me miris Verunika mog doma. Daleka Rusija i parfem na mom fiskalnom radu. Možda ću mirisom ptičje trešnje dotaći duh Boži. U tišini vremena, što se beskrajno proteže u nepomičnost, suze su zapinjale na mom licu. Plavuj, pod mojim prozorom dječaju mojim ušima. Pitam se, ko je podigao zidove i tišinu? Da stišćem bele kamenčiće, trud i kresalo. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Slavica. I believe that even the poets that are not translated into English, we can still feel the language. We can listen to the rhythm. We can feel it. We can somehow understand it. So thank you so much, Slavica. Now let's go back. We go back to Turkey with my wonderful and dear Muhsine Arda.
Thank you. Hi everybody and all the friends that I know before and the lovely ladies and poets that I am meeting today. It's lovely to be with you and it is great honor that all these women we are writing for some purposes, especially trying to raise awareness of being a woman in the world. So I salute you from Turkey today, and I will read my first poem, which actually I dedicated to the Women's Poem Week in Kosovo. So I will read it in Turkish first and then in English after that. Mavi kelebekler, Kosova şehitleri anısına. Tabutta doğmuş çocuklar koklayamazlar ölümlerini ilan eden çiçekleri. Nikaragua volkanları yakar yolmuş bebekleri. Yanan kanatlarıyla uçamaz mavi kelebekler, dökülür ülkeleri insan kalbine. Külle tıkalı damarlar, önlesin nehirlerin dünyada her yerde kırmızı akmasın insan kalbine. Korkusuz özgürlük savaşçıları karşısındadır hicran yarası vahşetleri. Kesilen ağaç kılıçla baş dağılırsa. Dağılmış olsak da dünyanın dört bir yanına var bir ortak yanımız, insan sıfatımız var. Barış ve mutluluk içinde bir hayat ortak hakkımız. Blue butterflies, in memory of those massacred in Kosovo. Children born to mothers in coffins can't smell the flowers proclaiming their deaths. Nicaraguan volcanoes burn unborn babies, their wings singed by those flames, Death's blue butterflies are flightless, choking our hearts with their ashes. Let our ash-cloaked waves prevent rivers the world over from flowing red with the blood of humans. Fearless freedom fighters protest unspeakable horrors, both the chopping of trees and the heads of men. Though we are scattered far and wide, we share this right as humans, the right to a life of peace and happiness. Thank you.
Thank you. It's very, very strong. I've never read this poem of yours.
Yes. This is a new one. You want me to read the second one?
Yes, please.
Okay. This is maybe I read this time first English, then Turkish, so that you can understand intonations. This is also dedicated to women. That we are so much, we have got so much to do at home towards our family, towards our loved ones, but also we are very much aware of the social problems of the world. And my poem is titled Compassion. The kings are stealing, the people are accusing, NGOs are mushrooming, asking for help more and more. My heart is bleeding. Pimps are everywhere, sex slavery is flourishing. Either a captive of war in search of a glorious life, slaveholders are lured, tortured, exploited, crying for help. My heart is bleeding. Genetically modified food distributed universally. The earth is suffering, illnesses are increasing. Everybody ignores, then asks for help. My heart is bleeding. Global corporations are deforesting the rainforest, causing unprecedented disasters. And global warming, environmentalists warning and begging for help. My heart is bleeding. Civil wars are erupting, while manufacturers get rich. Bombs and bullets are killing people and forcing mass displacement, while the United Nations peace by peace seeks worldwide peace. Without universal collaboration, my heart is bleeding. When my loved ones at home need my love and help, I say, I am tired. They call me heartless terror. I light a candle and say to myself, I am compassionate, but have compassion.
तो इस्तांबुल में होगी
Merhametli, krallar çalıyor. Halk boyun eğmek.
ये देखिए टर्की की है
Toplum örgütleri çoğalıyor mantar gibi.
एक और टर्की
Yardım
की डॉक्टर
çağrıları artıyor gün be gün.
ये तो वो है
Pezevenkler her yerde. Seks köleliği açıklaşmış başlarda. Onlar da savaş meselleri ya da parıltılı hayat arayan onları tutmaya hazır kenar mahalle kulüplerleri. İşkence görmüş sömürülmüş kadınlar yardım aramakta çılgınlıkla.
जहाँ इंशाल्लाह जाएंगे अक्टूबर
Genetiğiyle oynanmış ürünler dağıtılmakta dünyaya can
क्या
Önce görmezden sonra yardım istiyorum. Sana ağlıyor.
हाँ
Çok basit şirketler yok edip yağmur ormanlarını
हम भी अपनी
doğru
जब इवेंट
नहीं उस पर कोई कनेक्शन मिल रहा सपोर्ट मिल रहा है
çevreciler
नेट बढ़िया चल रहा है ना
uyarıyor, yalvarıyor.
असल में ये थोड़ा पीछे करते ना आवाज चली
Savaşlar kapıyor.
लाइव
Üreticiler zenginleşecek. Onların bomba ve kurşunları öldürmek
ये वुमेन पोएट्री फेमिनिना हमारा पीएलसी
ufak aramakta
ये कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटी बताया ना सर
Küresel işbirliği olmak istiyorum.
इस्तांबुल में
Benim canlarım evde. Muhtaç yardım ve sevgime. Diyorum ben yorgunum. Onlar diyor kaç.
हमने शायद बाहर किया था
Söyleniyorum
उससे
ben kendime. Ben yardımsever, merhametliyim. Fakat merhamet yolunu biriyim. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
जैसे मैं ये
Thank
बताइए
you. Thank you, Monsina.
टर्की का वीज़ा में
We finally go to India. India is the place of yes. And we have the first guest from India tonight, Anita Sharma.
कितने दिन पहले इसने अप्लाई किया था टर्की
Good evening and namaste to one of our visitors here. It's lovely. I could see all the lovely ladies over here, and we're really glad to be on this platform. Today, because it's a multilingual poetry session, so our mother tongue is Hindi, that is Indian national language. So I can, recite one poem in Hindi, and another one I have in English. That would be the theme of the English poem would be woman, and my Hindi poem is on the understanding of fire. Because it's in an inquiry in a way, what kind of file is that? So the title of the poem is file only, that is the English title. But I have written it in Hindi. So if you allow me, I'll read the Hindi poem first, and then I'll read the English poem. Is it okay, ma'am?
मास का रीज़न कितने
So my first Hindi poem is file. एक 25 है जहाँ उजाले में है गहन अंधेरा। ये कैसे लोग हैं जो पैसे से बनने के शायद कैसे द्वीप हैं जहाँ करते हैं वास केवल क्रोध का। ये कैसा महल है
दिल्ली जाना
जहाँ दीवारें जन्नत का मेलन है जहाँ बन जाए सब हैवान। ये कैसा शासक है जो करे सबका जीवन बर्बाद। कैसा मनोरंजन है जहाँ सने हैं खून से ये जालिम भाव। कैसी प्रकृति है जहाँ मानव को राक्षस से भी बदतर। ये कैसी चित्कार है जो प्राण छोड़कर नींबू कंपा दे। कैसे कुकृत्य है जहाँ दानव भोग करे अपने ही अंश को। कैसे राज है जो कर दे मालिक का शर्मसार। ओम शांत
कितने दिन पहले खरीदा था
So the theme is, a listener poem is in an inquiry way. I'm trying to get the answers which I'm not able to get in the poem about the file, about the people, the island, that palace, that place, the congregation that happened over there, the entertainment which happened there. I'm also asking about the nature of those people and those cries, the passionate cries, and that is wickedness being performed on the children. And I'm also asking this poem about those hidden secrets
माहौल थोड़ा ठंडा होता है मतलब इतना चीखते चिल्लाते तो
which we are unable to
अच्छा ये नहीं
say in words. So this is the theme of the poem, of the Hindi poem.
हम ये देखिए
My second poem is in English, and it's about a woman, in a patriarchal society, especially in India, because in India we have working women, but I think all those working women who goes to the office, they are also supposed to look after their homes. So we have to do double work, on the work front and at the home
टिकट
front.
वो नहीं दे रहे हैं
But still I have titled this in a poem as Superwoman, because in India it's a slang, Superwoman. So that is the title of my poem, Superwoman. On my way to my dreams, one day I met my dad, who stopped and asked me, "Hey, why are you so sad?" I solemnly replied, "I'm a student, aspiring. Life wished me good luck and slipped away quietly." They indicated wisdom of a girl through books and school and trained her years as a domestic coordinator in school.
वो है नहीं 4000 का वो
For them, grades are nothing. to a girl in front of a home screen. 3 growing just tall and bare
मेरा
with
चार
without
4 दिन का मान लीजिए 5-6 दिन
low.
शादी के बाद 900
Now for baby,
वीजा
his elder sister, a cook, a cleaner, and a maid. Life smiled at her and whispered gently at the patriarchy. Yeah, girls are just burden. Besides, they're based in hierarchy. Like an overcoat hanging over shoulders on a snow.
नहीं सहेली की बहन अमेरिकी यूनिवर्सिटी में अपने में 3
Society
पढ़ता
pressed her to prove her mettle, so that she brings laurels to the family as if bonus lies her.
जाने में भी इंश्योरेंस
Commuting from home to college was no less than a war. Trying to shine under the gloom of prayer and chant. The young woman was often stalked, mauled, and scared by wolves, who are literally wolves in the skin of men, waiting at corners to get hold of their poor feeble huts, like a hurricane that takes up everything out of sight and they run. She needed life to protect, but was mischievously delighted, with fear and tears in her sleepy eyes and empty stomach. She engrossed herself in books and got a job, bringing pride to the privileged family, friends, and social beings. Life quietly congratulated her and warned about the future. The innocent dame smiled confidently as an officer. Now she dares to dream about her prince and his mansion, like a cuckoo calling aloud from the spring to sprout. Now she is wife, daughter-in-law, sister-in-law, and a working mother who is neither at home nor in office. The lady is in her own web of beauty, desire, and dreams, like a spider swinging in its web on a wild, stormy tree. Life satirically winked at her and disappeared in the infinity. She moved like a Trishaku in between mortal and immortal. At the peak of her age and career, she is half exhausted and half confused. Burdened with numerous roles, she feels like a suffering soul. But still the world calls her a woman of substance and a majestic superwoman. Thank you. Superwoman, yes. Superpowers, yes. Yes. Thank you, Anita. Before going further, I need to say that there is somebody trying to listen to the live on Facebook and they are having problems because they say that they can hear a lot of noises. Our microphones are all muted. Shamenaz, I don't know, apparently it could be a problem with the connection itself. Do you have any possibility to check? I don't know. I just want to mention this. Yes,
Lucila,
now we go.
Lucila, my internet is fine. There is no issue, and I am sitting in a secluded place, so there is no noise here. Means nobody is here, and I am in a secluded room.
Yeah, but there is this problem that the people that are trying to listen from our live on Facebook, they say that they hear voices from houses, and I'm just mentioning, that I don't know why. I just got a message and I'm mentioning. I Unfortunately, I'm not practical enough to understand what's happening and to help.
I hope all the mics are closed. All the mics are closed. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why, but that's.
Hope all the mics are closed. Okay.
Yes, they are closed. All the mics are closed. Yes, I don't know. I think she must have some internet issues. Ask her to rejoin. On her part,
Anita ma'am, if I will rejoin, all the event will be end all the because I am doing the live.
I'm not saying it to the one who is not able to listen.
No, they are listening on Facebook. They are not on. They have not joined? I think na. They are listening on Facebook.
Oh. Griselda, since it's somebody who you know, maybe you can say that they disconnect from Facebook.
I already told them, yes. Maybe it was something, a problem like with changing net from here to Facebook. I don't know, something. But I already told, yeah.
Okay, thank you for mentioning anyhow. Thank you. So let's go to Italy again and to Naples in this case, and we go to Cinzia Coppola. That I think it's the first. Yes, it's the first time that Cinzia joins one of our gatherings. Cinzia, are you there? Cinzia?
Allora, ben trovate, sono felice di poter partecipare, ringrazio te Lucilla e questo incontro è bellissimo perché è un abbraccio al femminile, è un abbraccio attraverso il mondo. Io leggerei qualcosa, ho pensato a una poesia che ha un titolo in inglese, la Woman, ma non ne ho la traduzione.
Faccio frattempo traduco io. So, Cinzia is happy to be here with us for the first time, and she thinks that this encounter is like a big embrace. And she doesn't have a poem in English, but she will read the only poem that has at least a title in English, which is Woman. So.
Woman. Hai tutte le voci rassegnate, scritte, mute e ingoiate, eppure sai cantare. Nel grembo hai il fuoco antico, le albe rallentate. Terra brulla e foglie di alloro. Hai pietre scolpite, le ore di studio, nuovi quaderni da riempire o lasciare vuoti. Hai il corpo graffiato, una fronte con rami verdi di vene, i moduli delle tasse, le briciole nel letto, l'ineffabile fardello della tua famiglia. Come una soldatessa ti strucchi la sera, ogni step coreano, la carezza autonoma. Ti hanno insegnato come si fa a vivere da insoddisfatta e tu non hai voluto imparare.
Grazie Cinzia. So if I can say something, if you send it to me or to Griselda, we can translate it into English and then share with the other poets later on if you want. And I also want to say goodbye now to Sabrina because I know she has an urgency. And ciao Sabri. Ciao.
Ciao everybody.
Okay, and now we go to Poland with a voice. The poet that I'm about to present shares a strength with a sort of with an embrace. I really like the way she creates her poems. It's like an embrace, but are very, very strong. Alicia Kuberska.
Hello, thank you for invitation. I will read the poem entitled The Woman, first in Polish, later in English. Kobieta. Mówiono, że jest piękna, jak dziewczyna z renesansowego portretu. Wyjątka jak ludzki i słowa Agustina. Uwierzyła, że musi znaleźć mężczyznę potężnego i podobnego do dębu, by bić się wśród komarów i podążać w kierunku słońca, błyszczy gwiazd w promieniach. Przyszła na Mauryca, roztrzaskała wielkie drzewo, biorąc z paliw wspaniałą koronę, nie zostało nic. Nadal jest piękna, jak dama ze starego portretu. Zrozumiała, że wiatr nie połamie trzciny. Luz potrafi spinać się po skałach i zmierzać w kierunku gwiazd. Woman. She was taught she was beautiful, like a girl from Renaissance sculpture, slim as a reed and weak as an ivy. She believed that she needed to find her prince, mighty and oak-like, to reach among the branches, follow the sun, and sparkle in its golden rays. The storm has come. It shattered the great tree, lightning burned her magnificent crown. There is nothing left. She's still beautiful, like a lady from an old picture. She understood that the wind would not break it. The ivy can climb rocks and head toward the stars. Thank you.
Thank you, Alicia. Yeah, let's go towards the stars together, alone, and let's meet in the infinite. Thank you. And now we go to Azerbaijan, and the poet that we are about to listen, it's the first time I meet her, and I'm really, really happy because I know that she's a new entry for PLCS, Elmaya Kabarova.
Lucilla, once I have took her interview, and once she has participated in a poetry event also. Elmaya.
But I did not, was not there. And so for me, it's the first time, and I'm very happy and curious to get to know her.
Hello, I am Maya Kabarova. Greeting you from Azerbaijan. I want to read my poem in my native language, Azerbaijani. Bakışlar görüşenler. Bak, eli bu var, bu anda. Mehabbet dumanında. Benimle yüzde göze dayanmanı. Gözünün ırmanında, bakışlar sıcağında. Geleceğe bakmağı, o balaca gayette, yakalar üzerinde. Yelçen ucağında, saadet aktarmağı. Gör nece besteleri, sevginin şuh ritmini, eşkin şah yağmetini, ey hayal kahramanı. Sana beyan eyleyin, könlümün ilk vurgusu. Seninle anlamıştım sevilmek duygusunu. Eşkin var olduğunu. Ama hiç bilmemiştim tarihin ölümünü. Seni getir görevden, o seherli duygular kalbimi büyüyende. Keş kuştular kimi, çağırdı. Bakışında batardı, akşamlar keyif yatardı. Bir ruhsuz sayardı. Ay nurunda semada boşaklı sanardı. Adımızı koyardı. Bak o sendin, olardın. Yanındaki ben. Çehreme donardı hey, sadece bir boş tebessüm. İlişip dalardı, bir sinede vurulmuş, naz resmiyle burçuna. İndi bakıram sana, sevgi dolu gözüne, dayanmışım üst-üste, kandire defterine, bakışlar bilmeyime. Sözlülük yumak kimi, yaşanır bizde birce, yaşanmamış ömür gibi. Vente este. Look, right now, I see the moment. In the battle of life, face to face with me, air to air. In the ocean of my air, the agent of the air. Looking at the creature in the city, in the eyes of the baby. In the face of the face, put it for company, see how it comforts the joyful of love, the song of the king of love, of Let me declare to you, you are the first action of my heart. With you I understand the feeling of being lost, that love ceases. But I never knew the thousand things of life. When I suddenly saw those magical feelings wrapped in my heart like a secret, I took flight away from there. I will throw in your presence with deep I could come back one by one in the moonlight in the sky. I could smile at the sky. I would wake up. So, what is you? Me next to you. I would plan on my face. I constant Jesus place. Where? Not just to stumble on at the current like an obstacle here. Now I look at you with your face of mine. We stand face to face from a memory, and the embroidery of heaven is folded like a puzzle. This moment flowing one by one, and life can have thank you. If you want a second poem,
If you want, yes.
duyguların göy kuşağı, yavaş yağır, sonra gözlerleşir mavi sema. Mahir ressamın tablosu inciciği üstleyen olur. Çekil tabiatın adı Erkan renkli göy kuşağı. Bu şedevre lütfolu her gören sevgiye dolu. Duygularla ben şehit göydeki göy kuşağına her yer öz anlamın verir insanı ruh sağlığı. Yaşadır her zaman edip kafir ihbalına, gelip dolaşır canımızda parça da bulgarlarına. Köy kuşağı mülküdedir, vardır evli esası, sınır güneş şuası, yağışın damlasında. Değişilir renkleri zamanın akarında, eğilir gök şeklinde, bakışlar güzelinde. Gün ərzində neçə dəfə değişir hislər, duygular, sanki qəlbə yağış yağır, kədər, həsrət sıxılır. Güneş satır harayına, əlvan saadət gətirir, həyatı şok görməyə, yolu qətiyyət gətirir. Köy qurşağı rənglərimiz bir hamar. Ne olur ki tekrar bu harmonik xoşbəxtliyi, insanların izlərini, yaranmışdan rənglərini, təbiətin şüarını, bu hikmətin gözlərini. English version. A rainbow of emotions. Different. Then the blue sky becomes equal. The music of a silent artist is openly listen. The hum of nature grows a beautiful, colorful rainbow. This master creates is blessed. Everyone who sees is blessed. Emotions are like rainbows in the sky, urging the vivid example is the drop of rain, changing color over time, based in an art-sharpened growing agent. How many times during the day to experience emotion as it is, as if it is raining on the heart, in spring, sadness, and longing. Whenever the sun reaches here, we happiness, breathe, and breathe inside to see the joy of life. Everyone accepts and loves the cause of the nature. What is way love is harmonious happiness. The raises of people, their natural power, the motor of nature, the purpose of this business. Thank you.
Thank you, Almai. Your Azerbaijani language is very, very harmonious. So it's a very nice language. I don't know if I'm really, really sorry, but the sound is very, very nice. And now we go to Annalisa Lucini in Italy, who is very, very active with poetry in Italy. She does so much with poetry. So Annalisa.
Okay. Greeting to you all. Hello, Lucilla, Cinzia, Griselda, Sabrina, ormai che è andata via, Mona. And I'm very happy and excited to be here. I leave a room for emotional poetry with a musical quote. I lost myself on a cool, dark night. The quote is of James Shelton, and in Italian is ho perso me stesso in una notte fredda e umida. I think a woman always finds herself listening to her heart. For you, the two poems in Italian. Excuse me, Lucilla, excuse me all. I don't have the English translation of the two poems. I'm sorry, only Italian. Le ampulle contengono ogni cosa, liquami, soluzioni, aromi, elisir di lunghe vite, filtri che promettono amori eterni, improbabili, amori, distillati, precipitati, insature soluzioni, destini, eterne disgregazioni. E also this red sun. Sei assaggio solitario, sole rosso, red sun. Arpeggi fuoco, tutto rosso, assoli di notti bruciate. Sono legna arsa che disgrega sembianze, naturali, assurde, immorali sembianze. Red sun. Strani cuori malandati, sbuca fuoco, bruciano, dimenticati sguardi, accecante sole rosso che arde puro. Fuoco invade terra, materia, red sun, tutto trasforma altro, corteccia e ciclo di nuclei in corteccia, commistioni che cibano ogni cosa. That's all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank you so much.
I can say that the two poems, I can Trust me, they were really nice. And I suggest that at the end of this gathering, I will organize also a Feminera 2026 group so we can share poems. So that the being read into English can be maybe translated somehow. And also Vlad sent me a poem in English, so I will put it then in the group so everybody can read and understand the ones that were not in English. We stay in Italy, but at the same time we move a little bit east because we have Griselda Doca, who is Albanian and lives in Italy, and she has this gift of writing in both languages. And just curious to know whether when you write in one language or the other, whether the poems are different.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Really excited to be here. I already know many of you, my Italian friends, and also I met Mona, so it's a great pleasure to meet everyone else. Yes, I will read today two short poems. The first one is a published one in my last poetry collection, Men with Tales. And I will read it into Albanian because it's a poem that talks about resistance, in this case of an immigrant woman, that it's me, and the importance of small gestures every day. And the second one is an a short poem, and I will read it in Italian and into English. About your questions, Lucila, for me it's no difference writing into Albanian or Italian. But there is a geographical difference. So I write into Albanian when I'm in my country, and I write in Italian when I'm physically in Italy. So, I matë kishte sjell një degë hardhije dhe e mbolli në kopshtin tim kalabres, duke e shartuar si një hardhi vendase. Nëna ime nuk reshte se na në këshilla për kohën që ne humnim në këtë tokë, ku gjithçka do të thaj nga vapa e verës. Ajo mendonte veç konserva, preqele dhe glikote sheqerosura, dhe praron kishte gjetur një lule hidërshaje që mbante ermente e limoni e trëndafili lash, i rritur në shpat të egër, dhe sekretet të tjera që ajo nuk arrite as t'i shpjegonte, as t'i shprehte. Të dy u përpoqën të mëruani. Am I going to read it into English? My father had brought me a grapevine cutting, which he planted into my Calabrian garden, grafting it onto an old local wine. My mother would not stop with her remarks about how we were wasting time on this land, where in the summer everything would die in heat. Her mind was on the preserves, the fruit conserves and the jams, and to give them a pleasant aroma, she had brought me a rose geranium, flowers smelling of mint and lemon, and white rose hips from the meadows, and other secrets that she knew not how to explain or to express. They both tried to keep me safe. The second one, this time I will read first in English, then after to Italian. Is the unpublished poem. Sorry. Okay. You know who you belong to, who to listen to on moonless nights, or in the blue of moods backed with enthusiasm. You know who to belong to in the rage of a fame that cuts off cycles every further day, the one identical to the rest. You still don't know who to believe, who to give up on, who to convince, who to grant a truth. Belonging isn't always choosing which side to take, but rather merging into the same piece of freshly plowed earth, of the owl nesting in the brambles, of the seed cast into the floating river for the pure taste of letting go. I don't know if it is, c'è bisogno che lo leggo in italiano? There is need to read it to Italian? Ok. Sai a chi appartieni, a chi dare ascolto nelle notti senza luna o nel blu di umori zeppi di entusiasmi. Sai a chi appartenere nella collera del destino che preclude cicli a giorni alterni, l'uno uguale agli altri. Non sai ancora a chi credere, a chi desistere, a chi convincere, a chi concedere tregua. Appartenere non è sempre scegliere da che parte stare, piuttosto confluire nella stessa parte, della terra appena arata, della civetta che cova nel rovetto, del seme gettato nel fiume in piena, per il semplice gusto di lasciare andare.
Thank you. Thank you for reading it also in Italian. I think it's very nice to listen to the two different languages, you know, the Albanian and the Italian. And yeah, and it's also, you change a little bit when you read in one language and then in the other. So thank you for reading it. We go now back to India, to Vandana. Vandana Tripathi. Are you there, Vandana?
She is still outside, so I don't think she will be able to. Wendy, are you there? Have you reached back? She has generated the link, so her profile is there, but I don't know she will be able to recite or not because she is still outside.
We go further and we go to the farthest one from this group. And she comes from the United States, and sometimes she's in New York, sometimes in LA. Where are you now, Tanya Kohong?
Oh, hi. I'm in New York right now. It's 10:40 in the morning. And it is just like amazing to meet all of you. And just like my heart is opening through your poetry. And then Lucia, I met her at the Albania, and a couple years ago at the Poetry Festival at Georgetown. And then ever since that, we just became such a wonderful friend. And then when she comes to New York, and then we hang out, we go Poetry Festival, and then we keep in touch. And then actually she translated all my poem in Italy, right? Italian. So that, which is not published yet, but I'm just like so amazed to be here, part of it. And then also I am writing a lot about women, and then especially now I become a playwright, so I write about a lot of play, and then it got, selected. So the one poem that I wanted to read to you, it is about comfort women, sexual slavery during World War II, and that was become on my play as well. And I'm gonna read it just like a two section, like a two poem in like just a little bit in Korean, so that you could have a sense of the Korean. I'm an immigrant from Korea, and now I live in United States. So then I'm gonna read it just two part in Korean and then read it in English. And somehow I say, I feel like it is not right term to say comfort women, but it is comfort women. They say that sexual slavery during World War II. But somehow I felt like I cannot say Korean. So I call it blue flower in Korean. Runkot. 1943년 중국 상해 어느 날 밤 순사는 우리들을 모아놓고 물었다. 누가 100명을 상대할 수 있지? 나는 손을 들었는데 순자는 들지 않았다. 그날 밤 그들은 끓는 물에 순자를 그리고 우리를 이겼다. 산다는 것은 무엇인가? 지금 순자는 내 안에 살고 있는 것인가? 1991년 새벽 3시 그날 밤 나는 꿈을 꾸었다. 찢어진 청오지 틈새로 보이던 수많은 푸른 별들이 하얀 나비가 되어 내 방으로 들어온다. 한 마리, 한 마리, 참. 수많은 하얀 나비들은 거미줄을 쳐진 내 입을 내 안으로 들어가고 있습니다. 내 몸속으로 들어가 아물지 못한 빨간 상처를 한뼘 한뼘 꿰맨다. 나비들이 죽음보다 무거운 내 몸을 일으킨다. 나비들이 지옥보다 무거운 내 문의 빗장을 열어 이 새벽에 나를 깨웠다. Comfort Women 14 August 1991, Seoul, South Korea. A woman named Haksun Kim came forward to denounce the Japanese for sexual enslavement of more than 200,000 women during World War II. They were known as Ryapu in Korean, comfort women in English. 1991, Seoul, South Korea. The voice on TV comforting like having a person beside me, talking all the time, while I in my burnt rice field. Suddenly in Japanese, but we didn't. Those women came to us for the money. We never forced. I dropped my spoon in mine. On the screen, a photographic of young girls seated on open track, like the one I rode with Sunja over the rice field road years ago. 3 a.m. Waking in cold sweat, I plucked Cherokee, Holka, but my throat still burns. I reach for the cigarette, and the white smoke spires like a Sunja's wandering soul. They call me Huyam, but I had a name. 1941, that autumn night, Japanese soldiers withering swords dragged me away. While I was gathering pine needles, they fell into my basket, filling the air with the scent of their white blood. Scream in your dream, there's no sound. They put a long stick between my legs. Open up! Open! Baka Josenji. They rage, spraying their smoke. The smell of a burning dog, burning light, panting, grunting on top of me. Under my blood, I am dying. 1943, Shanghai, China. One night a soldier asked all the girls, who can do 100 men? I raised my hand. Sunja did it. The soldiers put her in boiling water and alive and fed us. What is living? Is Sunja living in me? Mother made the white rice and seaweed soup. Put my baby white fish on top. But mother, I can't eat flesh. The night in the gravity, She hanged herself, left a little bag in my dowry with a rice cup. Father threw at me, waved his hand towards the door. I left the desk. 30 years, 40 years, forever, mute, very. They call me Wiam. I had a name. 1991, 3 a.m. The 9,000 blue stars became white butterflies through ripped rice paper and threw into my room. 1,000 butterflies, endless white butterflies going through the web in my mouth into my unhealed red scars. One, butterflies lifting me heavier than death. Butterflies opening my bedroom door heavier than shame. And then I stand. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you. I have really difficulty to say anything. It's those pieces are extremely touching. Thank you. Thank you, Tanya.
I skipped like a lot of part because the time consuming, but I'll send it to you and then we can share. Yeah. Thank you. And then this is my book, and this is Comfort Women, and her name is Tabyong Shin, and then she was pregnant. Of course, her baby died, and she died in 2007, and we didn't know that who picture was, and then later she claimed that was me, So yeah, and then when they came out, there was like a test of thing, like women, we keep silent, right? And then in Asian culture, I don't know, other cultures, of course, I think this is torture and victim, but they're the one who carry the shame, and they couldn't speak about what happened. So first the woman who came to speak was 46 years later and said it. And then now, out of all these 200,000 women, and now I think because they're like late 90s and hundreds, and I think the survivor, less than 5 people now. And then they still didn't get the apology. They never say apology, and then only less than 5 people survived. So thank you so much for your honest poetry. It's just so much encouraging me, and then opened the heart. It was just like amazing. And then even though we're like physically apart, I'm so glad that we could read it on Zoom.
Yes.
Thank you.
But this is what happens in wars. This is, the first territory that they conquer is the body of the women.
Yes. It's happening. It's happening now.
It's happening.
Yeah, it's not old story. It is happening, and
yes. It's the oldest story.
And own house too, like we get so violated, and then we cannot say it. And then I think that's the part I say, this is like heavier than our death. We carry shame for what? So I think we would love each other and then accept each other.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
We go to our last guest of the night, last but not least. Baz is also very strong, and she also comes from a torn country. And so we want to invite now Mona Lassi, my dear Mona. She comes from Palestine. Mona.
Yes.
Mute your microphone, Tanya, please.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Good evening, all of you. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, all of you, for this invitation. I think, I'm sorry, but I was very touched from our friend Tanya's speech, because she speaks about everything happened and still happening now. So I will read to this afternoon one poem from my last book, the text dedicated to my girl, unique girl, and I don't know if it's possible to read it in Arabic first, after in English. عرق بلدي، يوم مماتي ستكونين آخر غريدة في هذه البلاد. تعلمي لغة الأموات وأنصتي للطرقات الصماء. ادفعي صغار السمك إلى مجرى الدم كي لا تكوني وحيدة. وحين تسقطين في فنجان قهوة لشاعرة ترتدي ثوبا تطير منه المدن وتقرأ سيرتك، ستعرف أن أمك خرجت للعاصفة ببندقية صيد فاخرة وقنينة عرق بلدي. I will read it now in English. Hinaya, Arak of my country. On the day I die, you will be the last stranger in this land. Learn the language of the dead. Listen to the death calls. Follow the little fish to where the tears run. You will not be alone. And when you fall into the coffee cup of a poet, wearing a dress from which cities fly, and she reads your life, she will know your mother went out to face the storm with an existing hunting rifle and a bottle of a homemade arak. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mona. I want to say something. Mona lives in Switzerland with her daughter, Naya. I asked Mona to read this poem because I found that this poem is a poem of not only about love, but it's also a poem that brings forward, it has the strength of the roots and also the necessity to create new roots. Feeling yourself a foreigner in a country like Switzerland and telling your daughter at the same time, make roots there, somehow learn the language. And I found it's a very, I really love this poem, and I'm happy that I had the honor to translate it into Italian. Thank you, Mona.
It's my honor, Lucella, all the time. Thank you for all of you. It was great to share with you this text and this emotion. Thank you.
Thank you. So if Vandana is not there, there is just me and Shamanaz. Is Vandana there?
Wendy, have you reached home?
No. Okay. Then I will read my own poem, and I also would like to read a poem that is dedicated to the women of Italy, of my part of Italy, that were victims of, they were called the Marocchinate, they were victims of violence during Second World War from the Allied forces. I first read in English and then into Italian. They went door to door, the Redeemers. They tore apart lips and groins of women and girls. Nothing to celebrate at the edge of history on the mountains of the Liri Valley in 1944. Amidst the cries of vultures, the bodies of sorrow of the mothers torn by the wind gathered crumbling skies. Love was the hand of the old women and the parsley wrapped between the legs, slashed by horrors. Diamond under the sea, the tides near the flesh, on the bones, carving white treasures of coral. The throat of still burns, the tongue of sand. Now I read it in Italian, the original one. Andavano di porta in porta redentori, stracciavano labbra inguine di donne, di bambini e nulla da celebrare, a limitare della storia sui monti del Liri. 44. Tra i pianti dei necrofagi, il corpo di dolore delle madri dal vento impegnato raccoglieva cieli fatiscenti. Amore, amore, amore fu la mano delle donne anziane che il prezzemolo strofinato tra le gambe lacerate da orrore. Le correnti scarnificano le ossa come bianchi tesori di alghe. E la gola brucia sempre la lingua della sabbia. And this that happened in the Liri Valley at the end of the Second World War in 1944 has also been denied until 15, 20 years ago. So it's time we talk. So now I want to say thank you to all of you. I'm incredibly honored and happy to have all of you here. And there is Shaminaz. I want to leave now the microphone to Shaminaz, who will read her poem and close the session.
Thank you everyone. And Mona, last year the topic of our Feminera was the woman in Gaza. It was done by Lucila herself, and today also, this year also, she has, and though we have not kept the topic as Gaza woman, but the whatever is the topic is related with the women all around the world. So the topic re-existent was chosen by Lucila, and indeed it is related with women all around the world. We women all around the world are striving hard to exist in this world which is basically male dominated, and our part of the world, like Asia, is more male dominated. So I will be reciting two poems of mine, and am I Lucila, do we have time? Can I recite two poems?
You know, we are among friends. We are, at the beginning I thought, okay, let's make it very short, but I think it's so beautiful that we are together. So people who had to leave the left, and so big two poems. Yes, go.
So I will be reciting my two poems. They are not very big poems. They are one is very short. So and one is a little bit of medium length. So the poem is, Yes, I am a sinner. Yes, I am a sinner because I am a woman. My birth is my crime, and my punishment is lifelong slavery, which I have to bear throughout my life. If I speak, it is a sin. If I laugh, it is a sin. If I cross four walls of my house, it is a sin. If I put makeup, it is a sin. If I wear short dress, it is a sin. If I roam alone, it is a sin. If I don't lower my gaze, it is a sin. This society sets parameter of my life, the measurement of my happiness, the boundaries of my desire, the limitation of my rights, the confinement of my personality, the length of my skirt. If I keep desire, it is a sin. If I move forward, it is a sin. If I fight against atrocities, it is a sin. If I raise my voice, it is a sin. If I break convention, it is a sin. If I cross the boundaries, it is a sin. When will this society grant me my real freedom? So this was the first one, and the second one is shorter than this. Women is the synonym of strength. Women is a synonym of strength, power, force, and glory, residing in various relationships and various forms on this earth. She is like flower, flowing water, pure in every aspect, has ability to absorb all kind of impurities of life existing in any way. She is tender, calm, and serene in fullest measure, has ability to adjust in any situation and condition, no matter how tough and challenging it is. But when she is in fierce form, has the capacity to bring the worst destruction. So these two poems are based on women issue, and there are certain, though women in around the world have got now getting more and more opportunity every day, but still there are certain issue with challenges which we are facing every day, and the most important issue for we women in South Asia is security. I hope you must be aware that lots of cases against molestation, rapes are happening in India. So let us keep an panel discussion on this topic in our future. Today we have done poetry reading, and in future, maybe in August or September, whenever you all are free, we can do a panel discussion on this issue, and on PLCS also, as well as I am a member of another event, Global Peace. Let's talk on that also. So in the end, I would like to say that we women around the world, with no matter we belong to Oriental or Occidental world, whether we are from East or West, we are in war zone or not in war zone, but we are facing certain challenges every day in our life, and the most important aspect is our security issue. A girl child, no matter from a female is a girl child or an adult like us, but we face security issue around the world. Even I went to Uzbekistan, and though Uzbekistan is considered as much more woman friendly country, there is security, but still what I experienced that if a woman is single or she is traveling alone, she is traveling single, then men feel that she is available to be friendly or to roam with them. So this is something, I don't know what is the criteria of the countries of your side, but there are certain issues which we women all the world around are facing. So if like in literature we say that we have two schools of thought, and one is art for art's sake and one is art for social change. So through poetry, I think we poet can bring a social change, and this is what Feminera and PLCS, at PLCS we are doing by organizing different women-centric event, and from since 4 years we have started Femineras. And this last year Feminera topic was women in Gaza, and today that was also hosted by Lucila, and this year also hosted by Lucila. And there are some PLCS member like Lucila and Mushine Arda and others. I request you all to join our events, and for this event we will do an e-anthology, which will be for all, and because hard copies are very expensive, so let us and Lucilla, I hope you'll collect the poems from them all, or should I give my PLCS email ID that they can send the poem in PLCS emails, or you can take from them. So once again, I, Dr. Shamanas from and we have Anita Sharma ma'am, a senior member of PLCS. So this is a big thank you from PLCS team, from myself, Dr. Shamanas, from Lucilla, from Musine Arda ma'am, from Anita Sharma ma'am, from especially Vandana is handling the technical part, though she is outside, but she is handling from outside also, she is handling the technical part. So from team PLCS, I am saying thank you to all of you, and hope we will meet again in our future event. And a senior member, Anita Sharma ma'am is there, and Musine Arda ma'am is there, and Lucilla, you also. I would like you all to speak few words one by one, beginning with Anita Sharma ma'am. And one thing I want to tell you, today is Kargil Divas. It is a victory Divas for we Indian, and one thing is that Anita Sharma ma'am is a sister of a person who was martyr in Kargil war. So she is a lucky sister of a brother who was martyr in the Kargil war. So people who are martyr, we celebrate their life, we don't mourn their life. So Anita Sharma ma'am, we all are with you, and it was your brother who has given the life for the country. So I want you to speak few words about our poetry reading today, and one by one we can Lucilla and Musine Arda, please, I request you to speak one line, and others, if anybody wants to speak, we can speak, and we can then end this event.
Thank you so much, Shamina. No doubt it's a Kargil Divas Day, the Kargil Day we celebrate today. My brother was an engineer, and he was a major in army. He was been killed in the no man's land at the border of Kashmir and Pakistan. No doubt it's a matter of pride for us, but somehow, we are living a life of Kargil after his demise, because my parents are no longer the same one, as they were. Now they have become kids to me. I have to take care of them. And my brother was 7 years younger to me. He was like a elder son to me. We miss him a lot, but still we have tears in our eyes and pride in our heart. Thank you, Shaminas, for recalling the Kargil Divas. And especially, I would like to congratulate all the beautiful lady poets. I'm so glad, Shaminas, that you shared the event with us. You are such a wonderful, member of the LCS, and we are proud of you, Shaminas. You are doing a wonderful job. And I think you are the bridge among all of us, all the pretty faces today, those who are here on this platform, and we are also part of this journey with you. I think women are themselves are born as poets because they have compassion in them. They have that delicacy in them, they have that grace in them, and they are boundless love in their life. Because that is the only way we bring children in this world. We raise them, either they become politicians, they become professionals, or they become soldiers. I think it's the mother. Mother gives them, that sense of duty, that sense of love, that sense of courage, that sense of brave. So we are all poetesses in a way, because poetess means creation. And we are creating this world. We are the creators of the world. Though people might say we live in a patriarchal, I also say we live in a patriarchal society. That's true. Patriarchal society is there, but still I feel like one of the poetess from Australia, Judith Wright, she says we are equivalent to Mother Earth. So we are more superior to men. Don't compare us with men, because we are the one who brought men to the world. And I love those lines, she always puts in her poems. She says, men is because of women, even in the spelling also. So Judith Wright, she is a settler in Australia, a British woman by origin, but she writes lovely, poems, which actually include
Anita ma'am, today credit of today's event goes to Lucilla. She has assembled all this poet, and it was she who has done all the hard work. So all the credit for today's success goes to Lucilla.
Yeah. I was just coming to that only because you introduced me first to the platform, so let me thank you first. And Lucilla, no doubt you are doing a wonderful job, the way, in a warm, way, and in a loving, way, you're inviting each one of us, and you have shown us a lot of, patience on this, platform, and that's wonderful. I think we love you as a human, and you really did wonders today on the platform. Though I'm in a traveling mode, I'm still in a hotel here in Delhi. I have come all the way from Shimla, which is quite from this place, more than 12 hours in the journey. But still, I couldn't miss the occasion. As soon as
Ma'am, we have to end soon. Ma'am, there is some technical issue with my internet, so let us end soon.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night. I think we will meet on the next platform very soon.
Musine ma'am, welcome.
Thank you, lovely girls, lovely ladies. Thank you so much. Good night.
Musine ma'am, would you like to say just a few sentences? And Lucilla, I want you to end the event then.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I feel like I am back home. This organization that we knew, we met each other before even Corona time. So it is lovely to be here and with all these ladies because we are all women, and then we know the issue of being a woman in heart and in practice and in mind. So we write for that, and thank you very much for all of you for your wonderful poems. And I will be looking for the really reading all the poems again. Just before I stop, Hilal invited you for Feminist Istanbul in Istanbul in October, starting 22nd of October. So if you are planning to come, please check with the Turkish embassies whether you need visa or not, because I think last year or the year before, Shahmenaz couldn't get her visa on time, right? So sometimes getting a visa takes a long time. So please check with the internet or with the Turkish embassies in the countries that you are in if you are planning to come in. And I hope that Tanya, you can come. You know that we know each other from Padova. Okay. Thank you very much, Shahmenaz. Thank you very much, Lucilla. And thank you very much, all of you. Thank you.
So I just want to say again, thank you. I want to give a big hug to you. And every time that there is a gathering of women, there is a kind of magical happening. There is always a lot of emotion and passion. It's poetry, but it's also the other part. It's also the person, the soul that is there. So just a big communal hug. And if there is anybody who would like to say anything, please please take the microphone, say something. Otherwise, we close.
So, thank you everyone. Thank you, lovely ladies. We'll meet again in some panel discussion. Musine ma'am will do panel discussion not only on PLCS but also on GPLT. So we'll meet again soon. Thank you, lovely lady, and a big thanks to Lucilla. Lucilla herself is a PLCS coordinator, executive committee member. So, and me, Anita Sharma ma'am, Lucila Musine Arda ma'am, we PLCS team is saying thank you to all the other poet for joining up PLC event, and even a thank you from Vandana, who is a technical person behind this today's event. So thank you everyone. Bye bye. Good night. Ike Jalar. Ciao ciao. Adios.
Bye.